In this episode, we'll be looking at the Dometic Refrigerator used in the current R-Pod models. We'll go over the features, the control panel, defrosting the unit, along with 8 tips to help you best utilize your R-Pod's refrigerator, and a bonus tip at the end of the video. Hey everybody, this is John Marucci. Thanks for visiting the On the Road YouTube channel. You know, this channel is all about helping you get the most out of your RV travel experience. Before we get going, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when new videos are published. If you want to dive deeper, we put more content and photos on Instagram and Twitter at John Marucci. So let's jump in. You know, the R-Pod has an absorption type refrigerator that's different from your compressor type refrigerator that's typically in your normal home. The benefits of an absorption type refrigerator, it has no compressor, so it's not noisy at all. And this specific Dometic unit that's in most of the R-Pods has 3-way power, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So what are some of the main features of this unit? First of all, it's 3.7 cubic feet, and it has 3-way power. So it has shore power, which is 120 volt AC, propane, and battery 12 volt DC. It's got a nice digital control panel, and it has an alarm when your door's ajar for more than 2 minutes. So it warns you of that when you leave it open. It also has a nice removable freezer compartment. We'll talk about that in just a moment too. So let's walk through the control panel from left to right. First of all, there's an on-off button, all right, that just turns the unit on and off. There's a button for shore power that can hook it to the shore power when you're connected. A propane button so that you can use propane, and then a battery button that you can use battery. There's also a temperature level button, and it allows with LED display to show how cold you're making your Dometic refrigerator by those little buttons. It also has a fault LED, which is a gas fault reset button, so that when you try to light this 3 times with propane in 2-minute intervals, if it doesn't light, that LED fault light will light up and let you know that the propane did not work. Okay, it's got some nice positioning racks. You can just lift and pull those out and reposition the racks within the refrigerator, which is really nice. And again, the freezer compartment is actually removable. So unlike some other units, this freezer can come right out and you can make this whole thing just a refrigerator. And all you have to do is unlatch each side and pull it to remove it. And there's 2 locking mechanisms. You know, the door lock is really nice. You can lock this door and allow access without actually depressing the buttons. So that allows for easier access if you don't want to press the buttons down. Of course, that's dangerous when you're traveling because this can fly open anytime. All right, there's another locking mechanism, which is the storage lock, and it prevents the door from fully closing. This is ideal for storage because it can prevent mold and mildew when you have your unit in storage. Okay, you're going to have to clean and defrost this. Right? When you're defrosting, it can be a significant layer of frost when you're out and about and using this for quite a while. So the supplies you need to defrost are a soft cloth, some lukewarm water, and some mild detergent. You don't want to use a direct heat source against it, and you really don't want to use any objects like a knife to remove ice. If remote, consider using cooler bags or chest cooler to temporarily store the food. You know, you can layer a microfiber towel or even use a Camco mini dish pan on the shelf to catch some ice when it's defrosting. So let's go over our 8 tips. The first one is to avoid direct sunlight on the back of the unit. Now that is where the back of the refrigerator is on the outside of the R-Pod. You don't want to have direct sunlight on it if possible. You also want to try and pre-cool this fridge before filling it. So let it run for a day or 2 and let it cool down before you start filling it. You know, open the door as short time as possible when you're going in and out. If you have kids, you don't want to let them stand at the door with it open looking for stuff. Make sure you know what you want before you go in. And then, you know, because if you don't do that, it's going to quickly lose its cool. So you don't leave the door open for very long. And it'll also prevent frost if you keep it closed, by the way. So number 4 is it's best idea to pre-cool your foods and beverages before you bring them in here. So don't bring stuff hot or warm in here and expect it to cool down really quickly. Pre-cool if you can. The 5th tip is to stock the refrigerator at the coolest possible time of the day. So if it's a really warm day, you may want to think about stocking your refrigerator for your trip at night or in the early morning. And then again, don't overfill your unit. You got to actually allow some air to be able to circulate in there, so don't overfill it. And another tip is to maintain space between the items, about 1/4 inch, and the cooling fins at the back. So don't shove stuff right against the cooling fins. And finally, the 8th tip is to monitor your temperatures. Now I like using a digital thermometer so you don't have to open the door and you can see what the temperatures are. Now what about the bonus tip? So if you need more space, consider purchasing a mini freezer unit. Remember that the Dometic, you can remove the freezer from here and just make it a refrigerator fully. So one of the nice things is removing the freezer compartment, convert it to a refrigerator, and then have an external freezer. Now I have a EdgeStar 1.1 cubic foot convertible refrigerator freezer that I like to use. I plug it in outside, usually in the screen room or under my visor, and that way I have a freezer there and I can use the Dometic fully as a refrigerator. So that's the bonus tip, and we have the link for that in the description below. So anyway, that's the video. Hopefully those things helped you. I invite you to share your comments below. We love hearing from you. Remember, your comments really can help other people. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is John Marucci, and so long for now. Did you know the John Marucci On the Road YouTube channel has a dedicated Amazon store now? So now you don't have to hunt down those items mentioned in our videos. We have specific sections to the store, like an RPod RV starter kit, so you can find all the items you need for that first trip out. There are many other sections of the store with various other RV items, including many of the items in our videos. We are sure this will make it easier for you to find what you need. By the way, this is a great way to help support the channel at no additional cost to you, as we get a small commission on any sales from the store, and also from your shopping within the following 24 hours when you start your shopping from the store. Anyway, thanks again for following the John Marucci On the Road YouTube channel, where our goal is to help you get the most out of your RV travel experience. Have a great day.